NFL 24.
It's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Today it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here, as it'll be the Washington Commanders taking on the defending NFC champs, the Philadelphia Eagles. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, you look at this Eagles team as they interplay here. Now, losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
But meanwhile, for the visiting Commanders, they too were losers last week, so they're also hoping to get back in the win column.
Something's got to give in this one, right? Both teams want to start a new streak, and they both want it to be a victory. This should be a fun one.
A couple of 2-1 teams set to square off, and we're underway here in NFL Week 4. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. The Commanders set to go to work on offense, and they've handed the controls to this man in his second NFL season, former Tar Heel Sam Howell.
And last week's loss came despite a clean game on his end, throwing the ball with 2 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. His job this week is simple. Do it again. Continue to avoid turnovers and hope that what sunk them last week resolves itself this time around.
With a play fake, and now here's Howell to throw it. That's out wide here for Robinson. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. You look at this Eagle defense, currently number 1 in the NFL against the run.
Most of their challenges have come in the passing game because against the run, they've been pretty darn good. Now you got to figure out a way to slow down those receivers before they get downfield and maybe make a few more plays on the ball when it's in the air.
Still going. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. It's a gain of 35.
We expected this defense to be tested by this passing game coming into this one. And there's an example on this first possession of the game.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now the second-year man from Alabama, it's Brian Robinson. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
Well, that run right there was an offensive line coach's dream, wasn't it? Guys picked up all their assignments, created a nice gap for the running back to get through, pick up 7 yards. Yeah, he's probably chortling on the headset right now saying, we got it going, boys. Let's keep it going.
And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles 16. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Here's Howell. That is caught inside the 5. And the Commanders are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
Robinson will struggle to get to the line of scrimmage as he'll be tackled back at the 4-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. They motion the running back out left. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
That's an early scramble to be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish it as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
How about that stand defensively? The sticks were moving against them. 1st down after 1st down was being piled up. They had driven all the way down the field, and then they ran into a wall on 3rd and goal. Nice job regrouping. Very impressive.
And he's not going to get in. They stop him at the 1. They stop him on 4th and goal at the 3. And on the opening drive of the ball game the defense comes up with a goal line stand. So, Charles, they wanted 7 on that opening drive. They didn't want to settle for a field goal.
Felt like a tone setter. You know, that's what they were looking for, because a lot of teams, they'll march it downfield, and when they kick the field goal, it almost feels disappointing, doesn't it? You have a nice drive. I think this team decided, guess what? No matter what, we're going for the 6, try and put those points on the board and set them back on their heels.
But unfortunately, that mentality did not work out.
Great.
Now a man picked up on draft night this year, DeAndre Swift. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be second down.
And give him a lot of credit there, but even more credit to the guys up front. In that situation, you know it's going to be a stacked defensive front. And to be able to gain that much yardage, that's a big win for the guys on offense.
Yeah, they were just about standing on their own goal line, so to get a few yards there, a great start. Now we'll see what second down brings. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming. They'll try and run here with Swift. And I don't think he got there. No, they stop him right where it all started. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up fourth down.
I apologize in advance, partner, but the beefeaters on the interior of this D-line, you just know they were licking their chops on 3rd and short. And yes, they were rewarded with a tasty dish, stuffing that one short of a first down.
It's fielded at the 45. It's a 44-yard punt, just 3 on the return. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. The Commanders going to retake the field for drive number 2. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Brandon Graham applying the heat off the edge.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
5 yards gets him back near the original line of scrimmage, as they'll be left with a 3rd and long. They're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Howell throwing on 3rd down here. That is caught. And down inside the 15 he goes. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. A starting drive number 2 off on the right foot. Completion for the first down. Drive 1 is that had to be pretty frustrating, because they moved the football. They just didn't get any points out of it.
But warm-up QB, too. Let's bring in the backup. I mean, my goodness, you take them downfield and you don't score a point.
Looking for the climb, and he's got it. Touchdown, Washington. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Commanders get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Folk connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee, as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
They're on the 16-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Oh, his first throw of the game, going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jamin Davis. And great field position coming up in the red zone at the 17-yard line. Howell throwing on 1st down here. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. Powell out of the shotgun. Left sideline, a dive, and it looks like he's got it. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington. A great play there. With his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Commanders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he'll be forced out of bounds all the way down inside the 20. A big play there for Philly. 57 yards. A real field flipper there, as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Throwing is Hurts. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one.
73.
Escaping, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up third.
Hey, easy, 63, bang.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And they'll send the tight end in motion left. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. Strong coverage by Washington. And now 4th down. So Hurts is off, and on comes Jake Elliott for the Eagle field goal. The kick by Elliott is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So, Charles, they are on the board after that kick. So 3 drives, 3 points. Obviously not the start that you were hoping for, but they're able to erase that 0 off the scoreboard.
Yeah, I guess what you're saying is a point of drive is not what offenses are striving for by any stretch. They're happy they've got 3 now. They hope that that unlocks their offense for bigger points down the road.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Time again to see Terry McLaurin in the Washington offense. We're in the 2nd quarter. He already has 2 touchdowns. We know how good he is. That's well documented. How do you contain him?
We know he's a nightmare. So in this situation, I would go ahead and double him. Maybe even have a 3rd person in the area. And
look at this. Middle of the field. A breakaway. He may go. Antonio Gibson. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Extra point up and good by Folk, and the lead is up to 18 now. I'm not sure if they drew that play up to score, but it scored indeed. 1 play on the ground and into the end zone for 6. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's second and a couple. The slot man in motion right. A fake on the jet sweep as they'll go play action with Hurts. Oh, the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down. Jonathan Allen, the former first-round pick, getting in there to bring him down. So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here, 3rd and long. Back to throw. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
Let's go. The Commanders take over 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run. But for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
He's going to drop this underneath for Robinson. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. Robinson will try to pick it up. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. 4th down now after a loss of 2. Volk's kick is good. And the lead up to 3 touchdowns now. It's 24-3. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
This taken in right around the goal line. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Eagles and Jalen Hurts heading back to work. He's coming off his 2nd interception of the game already. And remember, he was bit by the interception bug last week. He threw 2 there as well. So things trending poorly right now as he starts again here, 1st and 10. And he'll get this up just shy of the 30.
I think if they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on 1st down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. Hurts. He'll drop this one off to Swift. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. So the completion good for 7 there. And that'll leave him with a 3rd and just a yard.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. Well, we just saw shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup with someone trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those, too.
1st down, and they go with Swift again. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this 1st half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
In motion right is Smith. Hurts sets up to throw it. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 32-yard line. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives them a new set of downs. On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31.
Brandon, you're a big lover of music. How about what you just saw there? This is what I call playing the piano for a defensive lineman, the ability to move laterally up and down the line of scrimmage. How about the way he just flowed and got to the outside part of the field and made that play?
In motion goes the tight end. Here's Hurts to throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
Now 2nd and 9. He'll send a receiver in motion to the right. And he'll get it here on the touch pass. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down.
Well, he and his offense were staring down what was likely a 3-and-out. Zero fear from his side, though. Never doubted for a second they pick up the first. He's ready to pull the trigger on a keeper the moment it revealed itself.
They'll throw on 1st down. Here's Howell. Short throw there, caught by Thomas. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. It'll go as a pickup of 14 and a Washington first down. Now Howell. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. And the Eagles are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them. Well, they had that one snipped out defensively. That's a tough one to connect on when you've got multiple defenders in the area and it winds up incomplete.
Second down, here's Hurts. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Cameron Curl. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Howell. Thomas has got it, complete. Busting through contact. Just wasn't a huge hole there for him to operate. Stopped just inside the 35-yard line. Second down and 4. Shotgun handoff to Gibson. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Howell's throw complete there to Thomas.
Complete to Logan Thomas. 10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches.
Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Here's Nick Folk now on for the field goal. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. Folk's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So the defense able to force the interception, and the offense working their way into field goal range and able to get 3 out of it.
Yeah, and give them credit for that. They took the ball, maneuvered it downfield, and while they couldn't get exactly what they wanted, which was a touchdown, they did get 3 points out of it, so they paid off what the defense gave them. Both sides will be thrilled with that.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with only 9 seconds remaining, well, not much time, we'll see how they play this. Looking here for Smith downfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Trying to get something positive to happen here before the break, and they sure need it. They went for the big one, but it winds up incomplete.
And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half.
Tiger swamp. Crowd left Yanni.
They'll throw now on the final play. Airing it out deep for Smith. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. And we'll jump right over halftime and keep the game going here in Week 4. Second half kickoff ready to go. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. It's the Eagles ready to see the football first, and they trail here as we resume action in this third quarter. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Jalen Hurts in this offense trotting back out. And Charles, I mean, look, you don't bench a starter of his caliber, but 4 first-half interceptions. How do you handle it from here?
Well, the easy thing is right away you try and run the football, take some pressure off of him, but you know the defense understands that as well. My second thing is give him throws that are safer, throws that he's confident in, the ones that he likes to make, and that way you try and get his confidence back up.
Right back to Swift again on 2nd down. And not a whole lot there, maybe a yard to the 27. That ground game contained again there, Charles, and that's really a big reason that they're trailing right now.
And give a lot of credit to that defensive front. That's exactly what they worked for all week, to try and take away the run game, make them one-dimensional. In the battle of game plans, theirs has been superior.
Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 39-yard line.
Now back to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Smith. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. Well, Charles, sometimes we talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all quarterbacks. But when it's a star back there, even more so are they going to be diligent about throwing the flag.
So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and that'll bring up a 2nd down in just a couple. From the gun, here's Swift. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Play action. Here's Hurts. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
Eagles, first down. First and goal at the 8-yard line.
From the gun, it's Hurts. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. That's Daron Payne with a sack that time.
Well, that's not how you hope to draw it up there on first and goal, CD, by taking a sack like that.
Well, they tried to be aggressive, didn't they? They didn't want to try and work their way past the goal line. They wanted it right there on that play. Unfortunately, it backfired against them. Now they have to try and pick it up here moving forward.
Throwing on second and long. Hurts. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
He finds his tight end Goddard. That's complete. 10 yards gets him closer, but now it's 4th and goal.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they've rallied and made the tackle.
Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. Sliding it, and he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Jalen Hurts taking it in from 7 yards away.
And the Eagles are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half.
Jalen Hurts with another touchdown rushing. 13 touchdowns, led all quarterbacks last year on the ground. No one else had more than 8. And, of course, we all remember the 3-touchdown game in the Super Bowl. So called running plays or scrambles, Jalen Hurts is dangerous.
Oh, it's Silver, ready?
Hurts will throw.
And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation, this time unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
Short throw to the tight end Thomas. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Hand off to Robinson out of the shotgun.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Now, whistles and a stoppage here. Looks like one of the Eagles is in some discomfort out there.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson.
And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42.
Safety Reed Blankenship. He got in there and stopped him for a loss on the play.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss.
Howell, he'll look to throw it.
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes.
Jalen Carter
in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career.
And they visited the end zone frequently in this one, and obviously they wanted another one. But give credit to the defense there. They may not make the comeback, but pride showed. Good sack on that play.
That's out to the flat for Gibson.
And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. Here's Tressway now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. And out now come the Eagles.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
That's good for Eagles. First down. First and 10.
In motion right is Watkins. On first down, Hurts. Forced out to his left. Now he'll square up and throw deep left sideline. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable. And that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Second down, here's Jalen Hurts.
Eluding the pressure right. Zacchaeus here hauling it in. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
From Commanders territory now, it's 1st and 10
at the 47. Again, he'll drop to throw. Past the 20. A big play there for Philly. 46 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal.
Throwing is Hurts.
It's caught on the right side at Smith. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal.
They threw the screen to the perimeter, but to no benefit at all. Tackled behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of yardage.
Swift. Going to take this down just short of the goal line. He got 3, but could not get the ball over the chalk.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters.
This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Great.
Swift again. And good work there defensively as they're able to keep him out of the end zone.
And a field goal obviously means nothing here. They're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Flush to his right. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown.
DeAndre Swift
there to make the grab.
And the Eagles have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you kept them in the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
From his end zone is Byron Pringle. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result had he opted for the touchback. The Washington offense set to take over.
Now all of a sudden we've got an interesting game here. You just saw them go down and score a touchdown. And what was a comfortable lead at halftime, it's down to a 2-score game.
And so the obvious thought is they've got to ramp things back up again. Got to get the offense into high gear. But we've seen this before. When you've kind of been in shutdown mode for a while thinking that you're okay, it's hard to mash the gas again and have everything work perfectly. They've got to fashion together a good drive right here and now.
Because defensively, they got to be feeling confident. They haven't allowed a point this half. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Back to throw, Howell.
And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way, because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. Here's Tressway now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense now gets set to head back onto the field.
Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a two-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner.
And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
Flushed out right. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Smith will come in motion right.
Hurts.
Complete to Zacchaeus. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a one-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
49 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's second down and a yard.
He'll drop to throw. Looking here for Smith downfield. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On third down, here comes Swift. And Swift is not going to get there as they stop him short of the yellow line.
They end up getting stuffed twice after that 9-yard gain back on first down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. The fullback run. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on fourth down.
In lieu of the sneak on 4th and inches, they just say, give it to the big man in the backfield.
Yeah, fullback no less. Not many of those left in the NFL, but for those that have one, perfect time to use them, perfect time to get it done.
And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI.
Defense.
So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Going for the knockout blow right there. I think if I'm up 2 scores, I'd be worried about an interception, but playing this way is what got them this lead. So you may as well ride it out to the end.
They go play action with Hurts. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. The end result, 21 yards.
That's another Eagles first down. First and goal at the 8-yard line.
73! 73!
Here's Hurts to throw. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Second and goal from the 1.
Second and goal.
And this play still live. He faked the spike, going to throw it. And he's going to get into the end zone. So the fake spike works, and they score. Jalen Hurts punching it in from a yard away. And the Eagles have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. In motion right, Watkins. They'll look to throw. And this is caught. They got it. And that could be an important 2 points. It gets them back within a field goal. After the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. From the end zone, here's Pringle. And he's going to be out of bounds on the return. Not a great return. They'll start back around the 17. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a one-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
But now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. A give up the middle to Gibson. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. 93 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Howell. Checks this one down to Robinson. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. 2nd down and a run by Robinson. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. Now after all of this, hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Howell throwing on 3rd down here. Target is to Dotson, and he's got him. And he's going to have a Commander's first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. Howell to the air on 1st and 10. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. Back to the ground with Gibson.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around a training facility for an entire week.
Maybe a flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And they take a knee.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down.
Straight ahead, Gibson.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount. He got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball.
Powell going to go down to a knee, and that should just about wrap this up.
And with that kneel down at the end of the game, partner, they now get to 3-1. This is a good football team we saw in this game.
It is indeed getting to 2 games above 500, and I know early on, while they said they wanted to win every game, they thought they would be solid with a 3-1 start, and here they are.
Yeah, you break your schedule up almost into quarters, every 4 games in assess. 3-1, any team would take that.
And Charles, in this one, the fourth quarter became a lot more interesting, I know, than I anticipated, probably you anticipated. A comeback bid falling just a little bit short.
You're never supposed to count a team out, and I know we